So, my people, the former head of Buhari, Bashir Ahmed, have landed himself in a big trouble, who said that anybody advocating for the release of Nnamdi Kanu should be considered as enemy of this country, which is Nigeria. So at the end of the day, Nnamdi Kanu sued him for terrorism defamation, 600 billion naira in damages through his legal team. You guys know that no court in this world, not even in Nigeria, have proved that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist or IPOB is a terrorist group. But this man here, because of what they have already have in their mind, this is what he's saying, that anybody saying that Nnamdi Kanu should be released should be considered as enemy of this country. And this is the same people that are protecting Boko Haram and the Fulani herdsmen who are terrorizing and killing people, saying that any attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the north. And this is the people that are saying that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. This will show you the level of hatred these people have towards Igbos. But that is by the way. Let me just allow you guys so that you can listen and hear what Mayego said concerning this matter.
The image you saw on your screen earlier, this image of this recharge card seller, his name is Bashir Ahmed. He was a recharge card seller that Buhari appointed as a social media advisor, and is also one mofo that has a sort of a knack for his hatred, for the Igbos is legendary. And he never hides it, by the way. Now, is somebody who has been defaming, use that, libeling against just anything and anyone from the southeast part of Nigeria. This afternoon, there is a report that the Nnamdi Kanu's legal team, they have filed a defamation case against him. This was the mofo that came on a few days ago and tweeted that anyone and everyone that is asking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, right? That person is, or that group of people, they are enemies of Nigeria. He called Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist. He called IPOB a terrorist organization. And as I was silently praying that, you know, somebody will pick that up. Indeed, Nnamdi Kanu's legal team picked that up. And now, it would have to actually prove where Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. Any crime committed by Nnamdi Kanu to be referred to as a terrorist, as well as any crime committed by the IPOB to be referred to a terrorist organization. And a failure to do that, it would have to cough out £1 billion. That is a defamation cost. Now, I think it is high time people start doing that, by the way. Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped by Buhari's, terrorist regime. The regime that has been pardoning terrorists through an illegal, arrangement called Operation Safe Corridor. Under Buhari, terrorists slaughtered. Boko Haram terrorists, Fulani terrorists, they have slaughtered over 180,000 Nigerians. And guess what? Not a single one of them has been put on trial. And if you dare call the Fulani terrorist, they will say you have a Fulani phobia. In fact, they will say any move to try to stop the advancement of the Fulani terrorists in the southern part of Nigeria is considered an attack on the northern Nigeria. Now, you see these mofos that will defend all their terrorists and all the criminal, treasonable attacks on Nigeria, on the Nigerian economy, on the Nigerian people. They can easily point the fingers, at other people and accuse them of the same thing they are actually doing. There is no court in Nigeria that has proven any case against Nnamdi Kanu. There is no court in Nigeria that has ruled that the IPOB has committed any terrorist act in Nigeria. Rather, it's been the IPOB that has won cases against Nigeria. You see, Buhari's murderous regime proscribed IPOB in Nigeria simply because they thought that by labeling the IPOB that are demanding for the for the peaceful breakup of that contraption, by labeling them IPOB, will give them the license to kill, which they have been using, and somehow they have been indicted of it many times. So they proscribed the IPOB for demanding for a referendum to break away from Nigeria. However, the ECOWAS court has ruled against Nigeria, right? The United States of America's government, they have also exonerated the IPOB of being anything or having anything in common with a terrorist. Rather, the Fulani terrorist, which is believed to be the fourth deadliest terror group in the whole world, continue to enjoy a very warm, cordial patronage from the Buhari's terrorist government in Nigeria. Buhari's government brags that they have pardoned. Not only pardoned, they have also rehabilitated more than 200 murderous terrorists, Boko Haram terrorists, Fulani terrorists, without a single one of them actually facing any courts or, being tried in any courts in Nigeria. Till today, Nnamdi Kanu defeated the same Buhari's government, even before Buhari left. Buhari's government was defeated by Nnamdi Kanu in their own courts, that it was granted, it was acquitted and discharged of any charges brought upon him by Buhari's government. Rather, Malamun decided to use the same corrupt system to ask for the stay of execution. Stay of execution meaning they were ashamed to let Nnamdi Kanu go because they already promised or bragged to their Fulani, their Fulani population and Hausa population in northern Nigeria that they captured Nnamdi Kanu, and that was supposed to be the end of their poverty or the end of their insecurity in northern Nigeria, but it never was the end. Rather, Operation Safe Corridor, the legal catch and release system put in place by Buhari's murderous regime, continue to release dangerous terrorists, dangerous real Boko Haram Fulani terrorists into the wild. Not only that, they were paying them huge amount of money. They are protecting them, all because they claim that the terrorists swore by the Holy Quran that they will never do it again. Mind you, they have captured and released over, well, maybe, because according to them, some of these terrorists also repented. They surrendered. Now, these guys said and claimed that these murderous animals in northern Nigeria who continue to hold Nigeria to ransom, Buhari's regime claimed that these repentant terrorists, over 200,000 of them, they swore by Holy Quran that they will not do it again. Now, that is why you see this mofo calling the IPOB terrorist or calling Nnamdi Kanu terrorist is typical of these northern criminals. It is the same way that they will tell you that the southern Nigeria is more corrupt. But when you begin to take a look at those who have depleted the resources of Nigeria, those who have looted Nigeria like tomorrow, no day, they've always been the northern, these northern blokes, these criminals from northern Nigeria. If you take a look at those who have been robbing people of their hard-earned money in Nigeria, scamming people locally in Nigeria, they've been these northerners. Or somehow, over time, they have kind of made it like a thing to say the southerners have been the scammers, the southerners, they have been the fraudsters, the southerners, they have been the most corrupt. When indeed, record fact for facts, these northerners, these northern mofos, these parasites, these, leeches that cannot stay on their own continue to loot Nigeria, destroy Nigeria, and then point the fingers at a different direction. So if the Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers really mean business, as I think they do, right? This is one lunatic that you can use as a scapegoat. Yeah, they have a corrupt legal system. Oh yeah, let him actually stand to prove to you that indeed what said their court couldn't prove, he has a proof of that. The same court that couldn't convict Nnamdi Kanu, the same court that couldn't really get the IPOB guilty of any crime. Maybe this mofo, this this criminal himself, and I call him a criminal because there's evidence of that. After serving Buhari for 8 years, this Olori Buluku guy actually fraudulently inserted himself in one of the Ministry of the Ministry of Petroleum or so in Nigeria as a civil servant. Yeah, he did. So if he wasn't outed, this guy was being paid salary for a whole year. He was Buhari's special advisor on social media. One. Then on the other hand, a year before the end of the term of Buhari, right? This guy was drawing salary from the Ministry of Petroleum in Nigeria as like a civil servant. Yeah? So, and then he got outed. He was drawing 2 salaries from Nigeria, or he can easily point fingers and tell you that we Northerners are not fraudsters. The Southerners are the ones. And see, tonight, I also have something to share with you. Why the EFCC is more interested in breaking into homes in Southern Nigeria and not in Northern Nigeria, when in actual fact, the people that are synonymous, the real region with the with the first class certificates in money laundering through their bureau de change in Nigeria, these are the Northerners. Well, anyway, we'll come back to that. So yeah, that's the first picture. Another clown is this mofo. I don't know where he lives or which of the sewage he kind of crawled out from in London. Another Ronuku of London, Yoruba Ponu of London. You saw those ones that believes that they have the right to live in another person's country and at the same time maybe even enjoy all the privileges. But when it comes to the Ronukus of Nigeria or the Tifnumbu of this world, then they will begin to tell you that they are Ronu or Ponu. This, this clown, I'll call him a clown. This particular clown has made a video. According to him, it is to return the stolen shoes of Kemi Badenoch's brother. You remember the story of Kemi Badenoch's brother, that the Nigerian police stole his shoes, his a wristwatch, right? That Kemi said last year. Now that clown in purple went to the shop in London, bought some pair of shoes, bought 2 pair of shoes, and decided to video himself. Now, returning the shoes to them at the number 10 in London, Downing Street. He went there. He said, "I am returning these shoes to you. I want you to help me give these shoes to."
What a wonderful question, the anchor of this good platform. First and foremost, I want to say, someone has come out to say, or has outlined countless times, that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gold for the second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gold, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojogun fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Nnamdi Kanu did it via his own dimension. So everybody is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Samonekpa should be discredited, the likes of Ohane's and that of the southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Samonekpa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Samonekpa and Nnamdi Kanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that see they can no longer be the slave. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra in the world in the UN summit, to me it's a plus, and that alone the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now let me take it back the line. When Southern Sudan and South Sudan wanted parted ways, nobody killed each other. Nobody go through the route of violence. It was done amicably. So Samonekpa is doing it amicably for him to convince world leaders that this thing is possible, and why the government of the day, the present government of Nigeria, are not seeing it that way. Thank you. You can also to the government, to the Nigerian government be worried about it. Why would they be worried? The same people have sent assassins to kill Samonekpa. Now only he has escaped. So see, one thing about it is that the government of the day, they are panicking. There's panic. You know what it is now? Say a particular tribe or a major tribe to exit your country. You know how an Igbo man is. You know the investment of an Igbo man is in the country. Now imagine in Nigeria without an Igbo man. Let's just imagine that. I mean, that means the Hausa man would now dominate virtually every government parastatals in Nigeria. So now the reason why the Igbo man is still believe that's Nigeria is because the Igbo man is still in the contraption called Nigeria. And eventually, if the Igbo man leaves, my brother, the Yoruba man will know the true meaning of Nigeria, and then we don't know who owns Nigeria. Just like what Angwabula said, he said they are not scared of the Igbos parting, exiting Nigerians. That was what he said. He said they are not scared. Indirectly, that means the other tribe would not have sense of belonging in the country, and we know it. I know it too. And every normal man now has the spirit of dominance. You cannot dominate him. If a Fulani man has the spirit of dominance, for you to dominate him, it will take ages. In terms of population, you cannot dominate them. So one thing is that Ojukwu have foreseen this whole thing. That was why he championed this Biafra struggle. And now, gradually, it is now becoming a reality in this contraction called Nigeria. Now, there are some Igbo men are even tired of the system called Nigeria. Just because they feel their brother is still in president. Man, my brother, I can bet you, come 2027, the Yorubas will be championing the Republic more than the Igbo man. I can bet you that. That I am very certain of. Yes, we will championing because it is certain when their president, when their brother is being kicked away for the presidency. Already there is a plot, and which he himself cannot escape. The president himself knows that there's a plot, and then the big shots in the north are formed alliance. You know it. RFI, a powerful influence in the north, is not in the league. Sorry, is not in good terms with the president. And nobody can take that factor. What RFI did. Honestly, that made President Tinubu emerge as the president via his own influence. And then we have also the likes of Angulai, which is the chairman of the Northern Order Forum. He said post that election that the Northern Order Forum supported Tinubu, but come 2027, Tinubu will not get their support. So what does that mean? Now if the average left person is not giving the vote, now where will they get the vote? It should come by 2027. The same thing the universe have started doing this for. Now they will be the master mind of it, because I can bet you by 2027 Yoruba will stop. And that's the slogan that will continue to trend, is that we are tired of the country, we want to follow the suit of the government and exit the country. And then the government now will not take them, tag them for being unserious, because now that the government is struggling for the exit, we are saying the government is not serious. There are claims that the government is not serious, but I can bet you when the system will not catch up with you, then you will know why the government has been championing to exit. Thank you for always coming.